Okay. So next method, you just call that, you can directly print even print statement also, return type methods, right? That's what I have practiced, and we have practiced so many things in the previous methods topic. So minimum element in plus arrays is, I can call the method directly, apuvz dot get small element from this random array. Okay. So, and any other methods you can call, what are the elements after this ascending order, right? Sort in ascending order and descending order. Okay, let's call directly, because these are not return types, so these are void methods. Sort array in ascending order. This is the one. APO is a sort an array in descending order. This is one. Okay, just call this. See that all output you analyze. So are we getting same or not? See that max element in this is 87. And minimum element in this is 9. So before sorting in ascending order, 9, 15, 65, 71, 87. Already is sorted. So after sorting also similar. So before sorting in descending order, the array is this is the one, and it is, so see, so bigger element first, then small element last. Okay. So the last one in the arrays is two-dimensional array. Any questions before moving on? So two-dimensional array. So if you want more array programs, here you have a lot of array programs. You can see here. Please go and practice. If you want more exercises, you can take it up here. Okay. So, and one more, did you do yesterday? So I have given one, right? So did you do that program? I haven't seen. Only Vishal, I think Vishal did. Others I haven't seen.
I have also sent them.
You also sent? Okay.
Yeah, I have sent, but I didn't get that logic like to store in another array.
Assignment, right, madam? It's assignment.
Assignment also I have used. I have sent. Can you check once when you are free? Just
Okay. So let's see now itself, so that we don't want to postpone it. So where is that? This one?
Srivan. Last one.
What I told you, one variable you have to take here, right? So to change the position, how can you change the position? Initialize one int j equal to 0. Okay.
Okay.
So that j you assign to this array and then increment the j value. Got it?
Okay, fine.
Next iteration j
Yes,
value.
yes.
So we'll increment when it is true. It will come here. J will increment, and that time it will put here that j value. So that next position. So that's what you have to do.
Okay, fine.
So here itself you increment the j value.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So that's the only the position. How can you change? Initialize another variable. You should not use this I. Why you should not use I? Because this sometimes this I will be odd number also. All number also there, right? So odd number also there. That you cannot use. It won't come here. That's why you initialize one more, just this array above, just initialize here itself in the if condition itself. Into j equal to 0. And pass that j here. So whatever the value coming here, that will go and store there.
Okay, fine.
Is it clear for everyone? Okay. So anyhow, I have given the answer. Just try it out, okay? And
Okay.
here you have a lot of programs. You can try it out. So many. I have given so enough programs for you guys. You can try it out. So let's go to the last thing. Control structures. Two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array is nothing but our nested for loop. Basically, today single dimensional array till now we have seen, right? Till now we have seen single dimensional array. And two-dimensional array is nothing but, so basically you're storing no values in rows and columns. Rows and columns you are going to store them. So, and outer for loop for rows, inner for loop for columns. You can store that. And those values, you iterate them. So iterate, but you have to use a print method in the inner for loop inside. So that's what this two-dimensional array. So a multi-dimensional array. So is an array of arrays. Each element of multi-dimensional array is an array itself. So this is the one. So your Excel sheet also follows this. That's why this concept is important for us. Excel sheet also follows this one only. Okay. So you see that this cell address, if you want, row and column. If you want this cell address, first row, second column. First row, third column. First row, fourth column. So one row, all columns will iterate. Then you no more columns are present. Then cursor will move to next row. That means I value is incrementing by 1. So that's why it becomes 0 plus 1, 1. Then if you want this cell address, this row and column. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. And then third column, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. And same will be done for the next row also. So the two-dimensional array is represented with the 2 square brackets. That's a two-dimensional array. And always, rows and columns starts with the 0 index only. That's a common practice. And this is the syntax of two-dimensional array. Data type, square bracket, array name equal to new data type, rows and columns. And this is the example. See, data type is integer. So two-dimensional array, array name is a numbers equal to new int. So 3 rows and 5 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns here. So this is the 3 by 4 and this is the 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 and 3 by 4 kind of two-dimensional array. So that means it holds 12 elements here. So this is how you can see. Till now I explained this part only. I have covered already this one. So how can you assign a value for this? So you can assign. So the value on the right hand side, assignment operator, it will go and store in this cell address. In this cell address. In this cell address. So that is how you can. Otherwise, initializing a two-dimensional array like this also. All the rows you can put in one curly bracket. This is the one row, second row, third row. But every row has a 3 columns. This is the 3 by 3 matrix. So 3 by 3 two-dimensional array. So even each row you can keep it in the one curly bracket. Each row you can keep it in one curly bracket. Each row you can keep it in one curly bracket. So each row you can keep it in one curly bracket. Is it done? Are you good? So I'll write a program. So let's go and try this, okay? I'll just show, we don't want much also that, because there's in the Excel sheet, you are going to use that. That's why we need that concept. Otherwise, you don't need to focus much. So only Excel sheet, wherever you are using, there you have this. Okay. So two-dimensional. Already I told nested for loops, right? That's the same thing here also. Okay. So I'll write here itself. Okay. I'll write here itself. So data type. For syntax, I'm more interested on this. Okay. Because if you know syntaxes, you won't make any mistakes in the future also. So new data type, rows and columns. Okay. So, and let's store the, I'll take a string array, string type array. And so maybe all languages I'll store new string, and you can put 3 rows and 2 columns. Let's arrange them 3 rows and 2 columns. If you want to know columns, rows count. Okay, so fetch rows count. So you have a simple formula equal to array name lang dot length. So if you want columns count, so int columns count equal to lang dot lang of. Okay, so lang of dot length. So I got the rows count and columns count anywhere. So this is even from Excel sheet also. First you have to get the rows count and columns count. Then you can one minute. Somebody at the door. So, okay, so we didn't assign a values, right? Let's go and assign the values. Okay, let's go and assign the value. How to assign the values to the two-dimensional array. Again, so first row, first column, right? So first row means lang of 0 and column. So here I can store so Java. So then same first row. So two columns we have. You have to iterate all columns first. So that means in the still first row not finished. So lang of 0 and column will increment now, not row. So then I can write JavaScript. So now rows are okay. So second row now, right? Second row, first column. So second row means lang of 1, first column means 0. So you can store any value. So then lang of second row, second column. I can store like this. So now second row also done. So next third row. So first column, and you can say lang of so 2 and first column. So you have to give and so lang of 2 and so this you can store C++ and third row and second column C#. So that's it. And you can print this. How can you print it? So you have to use two for loops. So one is int I equal to 0, I less than, so rows count. You have a rows count, right? And I plus plus. See, for loop is very important. If you practice more and you in the arrays, you will use for loop widely. So int j equal to 0, j less than columns count, and j plus plus, j plus plus. Okay, so now you can just give so lang of array name. I want to print the values. Okay, I just want to print the values. You can just say print method you have to use here. So not println, you have to use print method. So lang of, and you can just give this I, comma, z. So maybe if you want, you can just give one space between both of them. After that, you can bring the cursor to next line, because this first row, all columns will iterate here. After that, it will exit the inner for loop, then it will go here, and that means cursor will move to next line, and it will go to outer for loop or I plus plus. So it will keep rotating that, and you can so get the proper output. So let's go and see this and execute this code. See that? This is the one. Even you can print a table format also. You can print in table format also if you want. So for example, you want, so this one, every value after you want, so this value after you want, so like this, just see that, what will happen, you can see that. But so you're getting, right, the values. But you have to keep it here also, right, this one. So I'll keep there also. So what I'm going to do, I'll just put that pipe symbol here. So print only, I want to print. S pipe symbol. So you got the proper table format. If you want, you can just do that, okay? So that's how we can make it a table format also if you want. Yeah, so that's all about this one. And so let's write a few more programs. So we need to do a few more programs that are all interview programs. And before that, there is one more. This is 10 minutes, we can finish that also. Tomorrow we can start all the interview programs. So there is one more ternary operator. So ternary operator means it's a similar to if-else conditions. So ternary operator is similar to if-else conditions. So we have a Java ternary operator. Java ternary operator. So basically Java ternary operator is another conditional operator, widely used one, this one. Instead of if-else, people will use this ternary operator. So what it is going to do is it's similar to if-else conditions. So if condition is true and the expression 1 is true, the question mark after whatever is present here, that will execute for you. That will return, that value will be returned to you into the variable. If expression is false, the colon after whatever the values that will be written and stored in the variable. So that's this ternary operator. Other than that, you don't need much here. Okay, you don't need to worry about. So this syntax, you just remember this. And I have given some flow chart also. So if the expression you write and the expression is true, the question mark part will get executed. If expression is false, the colon part will get executed. So just remember that, that's more than enough. See that single line, so you can write. Otherwise, if else, what you need to, many lines of code you have to write. That will be reduced by this ternary operator. Okay, is this clear? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a simple one for if else conditions. So I'm just saying, so for example, you have, so int n1 or otherwise n1 equal to 30, n2 equal to 40, and result you want int, so result equal to, so n1 greater than n2, so question mark, you print n1, else print n2. So the result I'm going to store. So figure 1 in n1 n2 is result. $40. So 40 is the bigger one. Right? You got it properly. So that means it is executing this part. Because this n1 greater than n2 false, it becomes false. So that's why it came here. Okay. That's all. And let's move on to the next one is interview programs. So all the interview programs, let's take it up. So what kind of methods you want? Static or non-static? Non-static. So private void print Fibonacci series. So what is Fibonacci series? So in the given n values, so you select n, that many Fibonacci series, this method has to print for you. So how can you print Fibonacci series? So just, what is Fibonacci series first? So write a program.
Sum of before two numbers.
Fibonacci series. So sum of previous
Yes,
two numbers sum. Previous two numbers sum is your next number.
Yes,
So
sir.
previous two numbers sum is your next number. So like C is 0, 1. So 0 plus 1, 1. Then 2, then 3, 5, 8. Right? 5 plus 8, 13. 13 plus 8, 21. 21 plus that, 34. Like that. So on and so on. Right? So you see, previous two numbers you sum, you will get your next number. So I'll initialize first into n1 equal to 0, n2 equal to 1, N3 I'm going to calculate. So first print the N1 and N2 values. So I just take a print method, N1, N2. So printed, two values I printed, so I need to ignore them. So next I will start with the third value. Int I equal to 2, I less than n I plus plus. So I need to calculate now. I need to calculate my third value. How can you calculate third value? What is the definition I told you? What are the previous two numbers here? The variables. N1 plus N2. So just print this N3 value. So I'm just giving some space, then printing that. Now you need to assign. Next time what will happen? The N2 value will be N1. You assign N2 value to N1 and your N3 value is going to be N2. So that's no, how you need to keep moving. So roll the ball, so one after the other. That is the thing it is going to happen. So that's all. Simple thing we are doing. It's not very great. So end of print Fibonacci series. Tomorrow we are going to close this control structures, everything, and we are going to start OOPS concepts. Basics are done with this. See, it took 1 month to complete the basics. So that's why I spend more time on basics only. But you have to read basics and practice more, writing more methods, declaring variables, calling the methods. That's where your focus should be always. Then once the Selenium comes, you will be perfect on the methods, method creation, method calling process. So I'm going to create object. So interview programs. New interview programs. IPOBJ dot print Fibonacci series. How many you want? I want 10 Fibonacci series. See, my parameterized method. So I'm passing the parameter, whatever the parameter you want. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Fibonacci series exactly. Okay, that's all for the day. So let's meet on tomorrow, rest of the programs. Any questions?